If you are not using Bolo Deals or Bolo AI, you're missing out on an incredible opportunity with regards to your product sourcing. I want to give you just a little history. There was a time, believe it or not, when people would come into Internet Mastery and there were no such thing as Bolo Deals. In fact, many of our top sellers who will excess over $1 million in sales never had the opportunity of the Bolo Deals. The idea came from wanting to give newer students, and then of course those of you that have sold as well, the opportunity to not have to spend as much time doing your product sourcing as you typically would with that research. So the idea of Bolo Deals, be on the lookout, came into play. We've invested now almost $1 million into this technology. And every single month, the software and the data mining analyzes millions and millions of opportunities. Now, it should be said, as it does on the Bolo Deal page, that this is your business and opportunities are never promised or guaranteed. The reality is that whether an opportunity, for example, is ungated within your account has everything to do with your Amazon account and nothing to do with the Bolo Deals. But these are opportunities to help save you time and opportunities to help with profitable products that not only can be sold now, but can be replenished in the future. So I created, as many of you know, this video series on how to turn $1,000 into $100,000 using Bolo Deals. No time at all, never did I ever say it would be simple or easy, just a process. Well, here's the good news. We have lots of people that have done that. In fact, have made multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars from their Bolo Deals as their initial way of starting the business. Now, this 17-part video series is very, very in-depth and covers a lot of really interesting concepts. It took about a year to make that video series. So what does that mean? It means that for those of you that are new, or for those of you that haven't watched it in a while and might want to consider going about watching it again, you'll be shocked at how much information you hear that you didn't even know was in there. What you need to understand is that this series evolved over time, just like the technology did. So initially, when we launched the Bolo series video, we were sharing with people that you should not be buying from Walmart. Well, guess what? Over time, that changed. See, initially we could buy from Walmart, then we said you shouldn't buy from Walmart, and now we say Walmart is fine. But if you're new and you're watching the video series for the first time, it could be confusing because you say, well, I don't understand. I see all these Walmart deals in my Bolo series, and yet, or in my Bolo Deals I got for the week, and yet in the videos it says don't buy from Walmart. So you have to continue watching. Now, if you're a basic member, which doesn't include Bolo Deals, you can subscribe to them. As a elite member, you receive 20 Bolo Deals every week. If you subscribe to them, you get 20 Bolo Deals every week. These are unique opportunities that come into your account every Monday, right around 12 o'clock Eastern. Now, you may go through those deals and say, well, some of them are better than others. Some of them are ungated, some of them are not, some of them are restricted, some of them are not. All of that is good, but what you'll discover and you'll learn is exactly how to do something called reverse engineering, which is where you find a deal that may not be a good deal, or quite frankly, might be a good deal, and learn how to turn that into 10 good deals, understanding that these are products you probably never would have looked up in the first place. Then, of course, Bolo AI takes this process to the next level, because what Bolo AI does is it takes the Bolo Deals and it reverse engineers them automatically and finds you even better deals than what was found in the Bolo Deal opportunity. Bolo AI can also be subscribed to. It is not included at any level. Elite members get or whoever subscribes, basic or elite, get 40 new deals every single week That's 160 opportunities a month. A pro member gets 80 opportunities a week, or 320 new deals every single week. Now, when you take a look at the Bolo Deals and what it can do for you, I should put this up here on the screen just so you can see what this looks like. So bear with me just a moment, and I'll pull up some Bolo Deals for the week for you to see. When we take a look at the Bolo Deals themselves, we can see a lot of very important things in our dashboard. First, we can see when the next round of Bolo Deals are going to be put in. And then we can see things in here like where we would buy that Bolo deal. We can see what it looks like on Amazon. We can see the monthly estimated sales. We can see what our buy price is, and we can see what our net profit is, and then we can see what our net ROI is. Now, this is just a snapshot of the data. What you should then do is you should then click on SPY Rivals Lookup and do your analysis to determine whether or not this makes sense for you within your Amazon account. Remember, we have our 8-step formula that you should all be following. Step 1, source the product. Step 2, see if it's on Amazon. Step 3, determine the profitability. Step 4, make sure it's selling. Step 5, list it. Step 6, buy it. Step 7, prep it, and step number 8, and let's send it to the prep center or do it yourself. And step number 8, it goes to Amazon. Just a quick reminder, and I get that we have a lot of new and a lot of experienced people on with us in these Facebook Lives, but we still have, shockingly, and I can't understand for the life of me why, so I'll just say it like it is. I don't know why people continue to send items to the prep center before they fill out a form. I just don't understand it. So it's very simple from day one. Do not send anything to the prep center until you've submitted the prep form. If not, you're going to have issue. We just had somebody submit items to the prep center who wasn't logged into their account, and I find it confusing and I don't understand it. So my advice to you is that if you don't want to have any issues with the items being prepped and sent to Amazon, just follow the process. It's not hard. Just follow that process. So when you take a look in the SPY Rivals Lookup, what you're able to see is a few things. Number 1, how many are selling every day. Number 2, what your estimated monthly buys are. In this case, it would be 3. You could see your historical pricing over the last 30 days, which is significantly higher than it is during the last year. You then can take a quick peek at the historical data in more depth. I'm not going to get into that now, but it does provide some very interesting information. And then finally, we can click on listed on Amazon. Now here, you would need to request approval. At least in this account, we would need to request approval. Now, when we request approval, there's a couple of different things that can happen. Number 1, we can need to provide invoices. Number 2, we need to watch a video. Number 3, we could be instantly approved. And depending on your Amazon account, which is what affects all of this, will determine what your next step is for this product. If you attended the Internet Mastery Underground number 1, you heard me talk about for hours and hours and hours how to get ungated in Mattel, which is what this brand is, using retail invoices. We do not talk about that publicly in this Facebook group or in the one-on-one coaching unless you participated in the Internet Mastery Underground events. In fact, for years, our message was that we can't get ungated using retail invoices. We now know that's not correct. If you follow a process and you do it the right way, it is extremely effective. So the whole point about ungating, which I don't want to get into too much here this morning, is that if you are finding that everything is restricted, it comes from only one of 2 reasons. Your Amazon account is new, or number 2, you have performance issues within your Amazon account that need to be cleared up and to be resolved. There is hope if you are a new Amazon seller. If you attended Internet Mastery Underground number 2, I provided a list of more than 2,000 ASINs that have the potential for auto ungating. Again, I'm not going to get into too much detail here on that topic. But one thing I do want to mention, and I say this with love and kindness, okay? So please, nobody take this, if this is the first time you're attending, with me being a little insensitive to the business or to any of you, because y'all know I love you. But on the replay page of Internet Mastery Underground number 2, there are a number of segments. Beneath that number of segments is another box. So box 1 says replay session 1. Box number 2 says replay session number 2. And then beneath the 6 are the 2 bonuses that I promised everyone from that session that they would get. And I can't tell you how many people, it's more than 10 by the way, that have sent in emails or posts or comments that said, where do I find all the auto ungate ASINs? And I want you to understand something. It's literally on that page. It's like Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. Just click your heels together. You could have gone home any time. It's right there. You just have to look for it. And maybe I can make the box bolder or bigger, but it is on that page. So I just want to point out to you, for you in your business, to just keep your eyes open and look through everything before asking where something is. I mentioned that I would actually, when I posted those ASINs, put it on that replay page. But I know there's a lot of information. I just want to make sure everybody who's got it knows that it's there. Speaking of the Internet Mastery Underground, I do want to just thank everyone who attended, whether you attended live or you attended virtual. We had our first one, and it was amazing. In fact, people said it was the best event they've ever been to, and they've been with us for years. And so that made me feel really good that we were able to provide that insight. The second one, the goal was to make it as good, if not better, than the first one. And I think we might have achieved that. Now, it depends on where you're at and what your historical sales are and where you are in your business. But I think the takeaway for so many people is spectacular. And the reason I know that is because we have some unbelievable coaches on our team, including Corinne. And when we had our team meeting the other day, the feedback that I got was, I didn't even know that was there. I didn't even know that was possible. And so when we are being able to provide new insight, even for our amazing coaching team, it tells me that we hit a home run. Now, it also, I feel like I got a lot of pressure on me because Internet Mastery Underground number 3, which may or may not be the final one. I want it to be the final one because I'm actually running out of underground topics, but I might be convinced to do a 4th one. We'll see. But this 3rd one, I feel like I'm under a lot of pressure to deliver something special again, and I hope that we are able to exceed everybody's expectations. So if you don't have a ticket for Underground number 3, you probably should get one. The replays are available for purchase for the first one and for the second one. So again, if you don't have that, you might want to consider investing in getting that for your business. It's your business. It's not for me to tell you what to do. It is completely up to you. So let me go back to the Bolo deals for a moment and share with you that throughout this list, there are lots and lots and lots of opportunities, lots of things to see, lots of potential. We can see sometimes, by the way, we see an NA here. That doesn't mean it's a bad deal. Watch the Bolo Search video to learn what all of that means, or the videos to learn what that means. But we can see deals from Macy's. We can see deals from Bass Pro. We can see deals from Walmart. There's so many opportunities inside of the Bolo deals that it is very exciting to spend time going through all of them. And again, when you're new, I get this impression that new sellers or new business owners for Amazon think that the Bolo deals are just push the button and make the sale, or push the button and now I can sell it. And it doesn't work that way. It's never been promised that way. And again, there is the disclaimer at the bottom of the page that the BOLO deals really are for educational purposes only, but they are insanely effective. Now, if we take a look at the BOLO AI deals, so the difference between the BOLO deals and the BOLO AI deals is that BOLO AI is a technology that goes out to the internet and scours for deals that take the BOLO deals up one notch. And if I click on the BOLO deals, you'll see you'll get about 10 to 12 new deals per day every day until you achieve the total number of deals that you're eligible for based on your subscription. And I'm just letting you know that the feedback that I have received from the BOLO deals is unlike any other new technology we've launched since the repricer a couple of years ago. The comments, the feedback, look, it's $99 a month to access BOLO AI. How many items do you have to sell to make $99 back? That's $3.30 a day if you are finding just one or two deals a week. Then all of a sudden you are in the right place and you are doing the right thing. So there are so many opportunities here. They flow through the same process as the BOLO deals. So if you understand how the BOLO deals work, then you understand how to analyze a BOLO AI deal. I want you to understand something. When you see things like this Funko Pop here, and then you see it on Amazon, and you see that it's from Target. Again, I just want to pull this up so I can share this with you, just so you're on the same page with everyone on the team. It does cause a little bit of a challenge with these underground events that we're having, I guess maybe in a good way. And what you'll see here is that even though this deal appears in the red, this is an opportunity that I would strongly recommend. Why would I do that? Well, this is a Funko Pop related to Undertaker and WWE. Well, this is a time of the year, not only during one of the heightened seasons for WWE, but also for the holidays, where this could be an opportunity of 3 or 4 or 5 units that you can add into your mix. And if we take a look at the historical data, we can see that the price is going up and the rank is a little bit less popular. But if you go back in time, you can see that this item has actually been extremely popular. And so if we click list on Amazon, we then need to go to Amazon to get approval to list this item. And you say, well, but the item is from Target. What if I don't get approved? Well, half of you, or not half of you, some of you know what to do now to get approved from items you buy from Target. So the BOLO deals are one thing, right? The BOLO deals come with the Elite, they come with the Pro. You can subscribe to them if you're basic, and you should. But if you don't have BOLO AI, why don't you have BOLO AI? Maybe you don't have it because you don't understand the value of it, and it's another $99 a month. But this time of the year, in the fourth quarter, with so many amazing retail deals, this becomes a no-brainer, I think, for someone who wants to take their product sourcing to the next level. I mean, 40 opportunities a week can save you hours and hours and hours of knowing what you should be looking in the first place for, and then focusing on the things that help take you to the next level. So I want to stop there, and I'm happy to take some questions on BOLO deals or BOLO AI. Once again, I just want to thank everyone who attended the Internet Mastery Underground #2. I really appreciate you being there, and I think it was just an awesome, amazing, phenomenal event. I cannot wait for the third one. If you don't have your tickets yet, this event will sell out faster than the other two. And so I just want to encourage you to do that. All right, let me see if there's any questions that anybody has for me. Let's see. Let's see what Christopher Price said. Good morning, Christopher. Christopher said, I will second that. Underground was outstanding. Underground 2 this weekend. Excellent. Underground 2 is the same 6 hours, Chris, as Underground number 1. So all the Underground events are 6 hours, and they're 6 hours of content. There's no BS. There's no hype. There's no like, woo, woo, rah, rah stuff. I mean, it's just content. And it's a lot of content. So I just encourage everybody who's watching it to watch it again, because no matter how much you hear, when you hear it a second time, you will hear it differently than the way you heard it the first time. Excellent. All right. So does anybody have any questions for me, folks, on this amazing, beautiful, awesome day? I'm so excited that you're all here. Thank you very much for joining me. I'll give you just a minute or two to see if anybody has any questions for me. Marjorie, when you say do an underground, when you do a summary of all 3, first of all, Marjorie, did you attend the first and the second one? Just give me a yes or a no. Did you attend the first one or the second one, number 1? Number 2, I haven't done the third one yet, so there clearly won't be a summary. I never reveal before the Underground what is going to be covered in the Underground. In fact, I'm not going to ever really get into detail of what was covered in the first one or the second one in advance. Other than saying this, the first one was predominantly about how to get ungated from all kinds of different sources, including retailers, and the second one was about a lot of other things other than just getting ungated. But one of the things we provided was a list of more than 2,000 ASINs to help people get auto ungated. And you probably don't even know what that means, and that's fine because you weren't there in general, people who weren't there. But it is very, very special, especially for new people that are struggling to get ungated. I mean, we had people getting ungated left and right that couldn't get ungated in anything, and then we're just clicking a button and getting ungated. I mean, it was awesome as we watched those things. So if you didn't attend, Marjorie, you got to buy the recordings. I mean, you've been with us long enough to have an opportunity to have bought the ticket up front. You could have bought the ticket for the first one. You could have bought the ticket for the second one. The cost of the replays is significantly more than the initial ticket was for just all of you, just so you know. And so if you made it, I'm grateful you made it. If you didn't make it, it's okay. It's no problem. It doesn't hurt my feelings. You don't offend me in any way. So it is what it is. And again, for everyone that was there, it was awesome. Susan said the list of ASINs is amazing. Susan was one of those people that was literally floored at the speed at which she was getting ungated for things. And Susan is part of our roundtable and had told me during one of our sessions that it seemed like everything was gated and impossible to get ungated. And then miraculously, this list of auto ungate ASINs was just incredibly helpful.